Hi there. Hey, I'm Jill Stringer, and I will be your math teacher for Math 1100. Uh, so I just wanted to tell you real quick, I only have a certain amount of time on these Zoom meetings, but I'm most comfortable with them, so that's why I'm using it. Our Math 1100 500 online course has been cross-listed with my Math 1100 face-to-face course. So there were only 7 students in the face-to-face course. So I've cross-listed those together, and they're going to be doing what's called an independent study. So with that independent study, what that means is we are going to meet once a week, and we're going to go through the lessons for that week and the activities that we're doing in class, have some discussions about maybe the journal articles and so forth. And I'm going to just be teaching every Thursday from 9:30 to 10:45. And that will be in ARP 120. So if any of you, anytime on Thursdays, want to come to this class and sit in and learn how to do the activities together, it will definitely help you, I think, just having the conversations, and you're more than welcome to come do that. As long as students are coming, then I will continue to do that on Thursdays. So any online student, I would love to have you there. This class is so much better when you can do it face to face. So having one day a week that you can come in, if you are like, I have no idea how to do these activities, I don't know what this means, I'm struggling, come in, come to the class, we'll talk about it, we'll work on it, and we'll do some group things maybe, or just having conversations and answer questions once a week. I would love to have you come in and do that with me. So you are more than welcome to come in, and you're invited. And I'm going to double check that room number, but I'm pretty sure it's ARP 120. But I will put an announcement out so everybody knows exactly what room that is. So please come join us. Those of you that are local, even if you're taking the class online, love to have you come and meet you and visit with you a little bit. Okay, so I got to kind of hustle through this just because I have a time limit. So I'm actually just going to go through the course with you and just show you what's really important, just to have so you know how to navigate the course a little bit. So just a real quick little bit about me. I am from Wyoming, and I have been a teacher for 33 years. This is my 6th year at LCCC, and I absolutely love my job. I'm just passionate about teaching, and I have worked at the state as the Wyoming Department of Education math consultant for 3 years. Taught high school math, taught college math, taught elementary. So I kind of have a K through 16 certification, and just really love what I do. So I'm excited to be part of this course. I wish, like I said, it was all face-to-face, because it's such great conversation. We learn so much, and hopefully you'll get to join us sometime face-to-face if you choose to do that. All right. So let me just real quick take you to the course. So here's your Canvas course. Let me just be sure we're good here. All right. So here, let me get myself out of the picture. All right. So here is just your homepage. And so I will be putting this video here, so you will be able to watch it, although it's not there right now. Here's the most important thing in this class. So pages, this is where all of your assignments are. So if you click on pages, it will take you to, now yours might look a little bit different because I'm not in student view. Let me see if I could maybe get that into student view. I can do that right here. Let's go ahead and put it in student view. So this is what you will see. All right, so here's what you will see. This is broken down week by week. So I don't really have them as modules, but the modules are pretty much the week. So for week 1, you just click here. And please let me know if you have a broken link. There's a lot of links in here, you guys. So I just send me an email, and I'll get it fixed right away for you. So the dates usually go from Tuesdays to Mondays. All right, but I really pay attention to the dates, because sometimes, like, we have a Monday off, I believe, for President's Day. And so we have that day off. We have our spring break. So sometimes our dates are changed a little bit throughout the week. So just pay attention to that. Okay. So down here, this is what I want you to do for week 1. Just go through the course syllabus. You can click on that. Course syllabus is there. You're responsible for what's in that syllabus. I just don't have time to go through and read it all to you, but please go through and review it. These are just some little things that you can look at. I would click on these links. You don't have to spend a lot of time on them. Just kind of go through and just take a look at them. They're pretty good. And then down here, you just have this introductory discussion, and that's due by Friday, January 19th. So you would just click on this and it will take you there and you can reply, answer the question, just tell me a little bit about yourself. All right. And you would down here just reply and do that. And that's your assignment. Now, this needs to be completed by this Friday. All right. The 19th. If it is not, then you will be dropped from the course. All right. So be sure you get this completed and done. It doesn't take very long. And that's all you have for this week. All right. You're welcome. Yeah, there we go. All right. So if I go back to home, all right, and get back into pages here. We'll just take a quick look here at week 2. All right, so week 2, you are going to have Math Lab homework, which is your Access Pearson. They changed the name this year, but it's still called Math Lab. But you'll see over here on the left side, it says Access Pearson. Okay, don't worry about clicking over there. Just come into here. For now, at least. You will need to click in there in just a minute, but come over here. Here are the readings from the book. All right, so read your textbook, section 1314. That's what your Math Lab will be over. Your Math Lab is not over the activities that I'm doing. It's over those sections in the book. So your book is optional because you have an e-text in your Math Lab. So when you get into that Pearson, you should have a book. It's a really pretty decent book. I've had lots of compliments on it. If you want to get it, it's used for 1100 and 1105 if you plan to take the next course on this. So that's entirely up to you though. But there is an e-text that you can look at as well. But that's where the Math Lab homework comes from, is from your textbook. All right. These resources, I highly recommend you looking at these videos. You can see they're not too long. If you know about them, you can fast forward through them. But I know a lot of students don't look at them. And then they're asking me all these questions. I said, well, that's in the video. So you need to look at the videos too. Not that I'm not willing to help you, but I expect you to look through these as well, because these are your resources. This is how you are being taught in this course. All right. Or through these resources. All right. These extended exploration activities. They don't have anything necessarily to do with the class. I'm not going to test you on any of that. That's just extended activities for you. If you feel like you want to learn more about the base 10 blocks and introduce to decimals, these are really great things that you can use in a classroom. So if any of you are working in a classroom or preschool, or you're going, these are just different ideas for you to have, but they are not required at all. They're just something extra I thought you might like. Okay. So down here at the bottom are the assignments. So here's your online homework, and I'll show you where to click in for the online homework. So you need to do sections 1-3 and 1-4 by Monday, January 29th. Now I will tell you right now, I do not accept late work. So because you have a whole week, you know well in advance what needs to be completed. So I will not extend those due dates. All right. I know I'll probably have a lot of you ask me, but I'm telling you right now, I do not. If you have a vacation or you have something going on, you know that ahead of time. So work ahead. You can get in and work ahead anytime. So you can always work ahead on most things. There's a couple of reflections and things that you can't, but most assignments, you know well ahead of time what's coming up. So if you have plans, if you have a vacation, cool, take your computer with you, okay, and do your assignments there if you need to. Nothing would be better than sitting on a beach and being able to do your homework. All right. So here's the activities. These are activities. So you have your Math Lab, which is this MML, and then you have these activities. These are kind of your worksheets, and you learn how to do these through the videos that I just showed you. All right. So watch the videos, then you come down here, and this is saying, okay, here's the activity, expand form with base 10 blocks. So you can download these, you can print them, you can do them on a separate sheet of paper and upload them. I don't care. All right. You don't have to print all these off unless you want to. If you're going to use your computer to write on your tablet, that's fine. Just be sure that it's legible and I can read it. All right. It needs to be somewhat, just so I know what it is. And I just don't want it written all over and so forth. Sometimes when you're writing with your pens on there, it gets kind of crazy. So this is your assignment. You're just filling out what this is. Okay. Then when I finish that assignment, go to this next link right here, and this is where you're going to upload it. So you can hit the start assignment, then it will say submit, and you could submit it there. Now here's something that's really important. Everything needs to be scanned in as one document. So if you have an activity that takes 3 pages of paper, please scan them and upload them as one document. Because if you upload them, if I have 27 of you, and if you are uploading these all individually, and there's 5 pages, I have to click on each one, and that takes a few minutes sometimes to get those to open. I do not have time to do that. But if I can just click on one and it's all there, so that's what I want you to do. So everything needs to, first of all, not be a picture, but be scanned. It needs to be scanned in, and be sure that it looks good so I can see it. It's not at a distance where I can't see because I'm getting old. I got bifocals. I'm always having to zoom in to see it. So try and make it as clear as possible and as close as possible, if you would, please. And but you know, you can, there's a Canvas, if you have the student Canvas app, which I highly recommend you get on your phones, okay, or your computers. Probably you don't need it on your computer, just on your phone. Then you can, there's a scanner in there. When you go in to submit, you can scan, there's a button at the bottom that says scan. So you can scan it right there from your phone. It goes right into Canvas. There's also something called Cam Scanner. You just need the free version. You don't need to pay for it. That you can just scan it, put it on your desktop and email it, or email it to yourself, however you want to do that, upload it, however you want to do that. Okay, that's a Cam Scanner. I scan a lot off of my phone. I have an iPhone. There's different, you can maybe Google that. I go into notes, and then I'm going to create a note, and at the bottom there's a camera. Click the camera, and then there's scanning down below there too. So you might have to Google it if you don't know how to find it in your phone, but those are 3 different options you can use, but it has to be scanned. If I have, and I look at this to grade it, and it's got 3 different individual pages, I'm going to send it back and just say, listen, I'm not accepting this. It has to be in one. So if you're really struggling with that, give me a call, we'll Zoom, or come see me on Thursday if you're local, or if you're really struggling with that. But I would, Google it, look at it, see if you can figure it out. But if you have some questions, let me know. And I did write all 3 of those things down also in the syllabus, so you can look in the syllabus as well, if you forget what I'm saying here. Okay. All right. So let's get back here. So that's pretty much the activities. Now, so most of these, and so here you have 2 activities. You have this expanded form with base 10 blocks, and you have modeling with number lines. Those are the 2 activities that are, and these are both due on Monday, January 29th. Most of your assignments are due on Mondays, but there are some exceptions, like I said. Now, some of the journal articles will be due possibly on a Thursday. So just look at the dates. The dates are all in here. If you see an error with the date, let me know. Okay, I have to put a lot of dates in here, and if I made an error, please tell me right away. Okay, don't feel bad about calling me on my errors in here. I'm fine with that. There are a couple things when we do a class discussion. We'll have some weeks where you do a discussion, and it will say, you need to do your discussion by January 30th. And then you need to respond to 2 of your peers by February 2nd. So you might have 2 dates on something where you have to do your own response, and then you go on to respond to 2 peers. All right. Most everything that you respond to in discussions will be to 2 different peers. And I just like you to respond and be constructive. Just not just a sentence. Oh, that was great. I'm not going to give you credit if that's what you put. You need to have, some reflection within what you say, and be constructive. And, I really like how you did this. This is what I did. And this, and just have a conversation with each other. That's what I'm looking for. So to get feedback on your work. Okay. All right. So that's pages. So I know I'm talking, there's a lot here. All right. So let me get back to our homepage over here on the left side. You really don't need much on the left side over there, you guys. I have everything right on the homepage here for you to look at. So here's your Pearson. This is your Access Pearson. This is where your 1.1, 1.2, where those are. I did put instructions on this. This probably is just going to be my teacher one, so that's not going to be any good for you. But so what you can do on this is you can go into this, and you will have to go in and put in an access code that you get when you went to the bookstore. If you went to the bookstore, you can get an access code there for the course. You'll have your access code. You'll put that in. It'll take you through steps when you start in here. Okay. So I'm sorry, I can't show you that. It doesn't show me the student. It just shows mine. So that's not going to be too much help to you on that part. But, but one thing is, if it asks, if you go in through the internet, if you go to like mathlab.com, whatever, and you do it that way, it's going to ask for a user ID. We don't have that. So if something ever asks for a user ID, that means you went in the wrong way. All right. So go in through the Canvas course, like I showed you, and go in that way. As a matter of fact, I believe, let me see if I can click out of this part right here. I can't see the top of my computer. Okay, let's see here. I'll get it here just a minute. But anyway, if you go in and you're maybe waiting on financial aid and you don't have the money for it yet, or you're just not ready to pay for it, when you go in to the part where you put your code in, okay, if you don't have a code, you could put a credit card number in if you want to do that. I don't know if the price is a little bit different if you don't get it from our bookstore, so be aware of that. But then at the bottom, there's a little box that you can check for a free trial, and you can have that free trial for 2 weeks. But after 2 weeks, you can't get in to do it anymore. So if you need a little bit, more time to do that, totally fine. Just be sure you get in there and you do that. Okay. All right. So I am struggling here being able to get up in the top of my, so bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to stop sharing and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to try and figure this out. Oh, that didn't help me. Oh, here, see if I can. There it is. Let me get out of this. Oh, brother. Sorry. All right. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble, but it's an issue. Now I'm in some kind of weird thing here. Let me stop sharing again. All right. I'm going to go in and fix this before all right, there we go. Get back to my Zoom. All right, sorry about that delay. Welcome to my world. I got my chat up, running my chat. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go back here. Take that off, get back onto our full screen. All right, there we go. That didn't take long. Sorry about that. All right, now back to our screen. Okay. So the other things on here you can look at is your syllabus. This will be your grades. If you need to contact me, my information's there. My information is also in the syllabus, so you can look in the syllabus as well. Please read the syllabus. It has all the percentages, the weighted grades, all my expectations, the academic integrity. Some of our midterm for sure will be a take-home exam. All right, and there's some integrity with that. You can use resources, but you have to cite those resources. And if you do not, that would be considered plagiarism, which would result in a 0. So if I'm on question 2, I'm going to put in there, I don't expect a page that has your citations. I just want you to put on your number 2 site where you got your information from. Okay. So even if it's your book, you can just put my math for elementary teacher book. I don't even care that it doesn't have to be anything professional. I just need to know where you found it so I can go find it if I need to find it. Okay. Now I just wanted to click here on Access Pearson. I'm thinking maybe for the very first time that you get into this. Nope. Okay. Nope. It's not. It's good to go back. I just wasn't sure. I hadn't clicked on that before. This is new. That Access Pearson's new. So I think you'll be good just going right here to MathLab. All right. If you have trouble with that, just email me. We'll get it figured out. Okay. Hopefully that won't be too bad. I'm going to get out of student view here. So that's pretty much the course. And it's funny because sometimes I have students like, I don't know how to do this. I'm like, well, because everything is in Pages and you have to click on the links. Okay. You have to watch the videos. This is a asynchronous course where you have to do this course on your own. It's an online course. So you have to watch the videos and then that helps you with your activities, right? And you can see there's discussions. There will be a writing reflection. There will be journal article reviews. And I like your honest opinion on the journal article reviews because I replace them and put that, let me know if you don't like something, if you do like something. One thing I do want to tell you, let's take a look at, I believe you have a journal article review in let me just look at week 3. I can't remember exactly. I have 2 courses. So let's see in week 3. Yeah, here's a journal research. All right. So you're going to click here on, this is the article. Again, let me know if you have a broken link, you're struggling with it, but here's the article. You can download it and you can read it. Some are better than others. I like your opinion on them though. But here's what most students don't realize is you then go to this next link right here. Okay, this link right next to it, they're in order. Go to the next link. And these are the 4 questions that I want you to answer for the journal article review. Now, when you answer a question, that does not mean that you answer it in a sentence or two. If you do, I will not give you credit. It has to have some reflection. Let me go ahead and just download this. I think it'd be easier to wait for that. The questions need to have reflection. These are reflections for you to look at. So it's not just answering in a question. I didn't see anything in this article that I didn't like. Okay, give me something, give me something on that. Here are the questions. What did you learn from this article that you didn't know? It's not answered in 2 sentences, guys. It is not. What did you like about the article? What did you dislike? And how could you implement this research? I'm okay with doing the 4 questions and just answering below the questions. You don't have to put it into, a paper if you don't want to. Just answer the questions. But you know what? They need to be a paragraph apiece. I mean, that's it, what I would expect, with some depth into your thought. I will tell you right now, this class is a lot of work. There's a lot of things that you have to do in the course. I think it's a really good course. I hope that you learn from it. I hope that it's something you can use in your classrooms. If you didn't understand how to do fractions when you were young, okay, my goal is to teach you the mathematics for fractions, but also what are some different ways that you can do fractions? You show me a visual, show me how you can model it, right? How can you do it as just a standard algorithm? A standard algorithm is just how do you do it normally when you learn to multiply when you were young, right? You'd put them in a column, you borrow, you carry, yeah, right? Okay, that's the standard algorithm. And so that's what you're going to learn in this class. So I don't want you to be afraid of the math because I'm always here to help you, but you have to reach out. And you don't reach out at 11 o'clock p.m. when it's due at 11:59 and say, hey, I can't do this. Well, I go to bed like at 9 or 9:30. Yeah, I know I'm old, but okay. So I'm not going to answer any emails. And usually the evenings I'm spent at home with my family. If it's an emergency and I see it come up on my phone, I might respond to you if I can, but I can't promise you that I'm going to respond, but I'll do my very best, but I'll get back to you the very next day. But if you're stuck on something and you don't give me the time to help you for you to get it uploaded on time, then you're just going to take a 0 on that. I'm really strict with that. And I don't mean to be mean about it. I don't mean to, but it just has to be consistent and it needs to be structured. So you know that ahead of time. Okay. All right. So once I do this and I answer this, then I can go back and right here, I'd go to the 3rd link, and that's where I upload it. Okay. And that's where I can upload mine. You're seeing my version, not your version. Yours will have a submit button on there. Okay. All right. So you guys, that's really what I wanted to take you through, but I hope that you learned from this class. I hope it's something that you can use in your own classrooms. You learn from it. It's so important that we try and reach all students' learning styles, and everybody learns different. And that's the hard part. You can't teach one way anymore. In most cases, you got to have multiple ways of learning. And so we have to learn these strategies and these different skills to teach content to students and how they learn best. So it is not easy. Teaching is a huge challenge. It is not an easy job to have. And people sometimes say, oh, you get the summers off. It's not that. You need it. You need it because you're usually planning and you're still in your classrooms through the summer anyway. There's just so much work to do, but I'm just so excited. I love this class because I love the students who are in it because they really are motivated and they're on top of it. And I love that. And so again, I hope that I see you on Thursdays, 9:30 to 10:45 is when, but be there on time because we might end early depending on how many students are there. But if you don't understand, that's just a way to get to know each other, and you can come in and work on the manipulatives. You can work on the modeling. We can do things together. But obviously it's not required. That's just an option that I hope would benefit you if you want to take advantage of that. Okay. So again, if you have any questions, let me know, email me, and don't be afraid to reach out. All right. Like I said, the class is a lot of work. It is. So prepare yourself. You're going to be busy with it, but I hope most of it you will appreciate, at least maybe when you're done, you might appreciate it. Maybe not while you're doing it. We'll see, but I wish you the best of luck, and I hope to get to meet each of you. So, all right, you guys, I hope you have a great semester, and keep in touch. All right. Thank you. Let me get out of this Out of here. There we go. All right, you guys have a good one.